Hey there, you amazing patrons. It's X, and I'm here with Kyle and Felicia, and this is the Utah Outcasts Secret Patron Show. This is the special content that goes out to the folks who are generous enough to share at least $1 a month with us. And we are rounding the bases. We only need 26 more patrons at the $1 level for me to buy a Jim Baker bucket. And I've let both of these guys off the hook. They don't have to eat it. I will gladly eat as much of it as I can.
Look, we have volunteered
to share, and maybe I will get a start eating the bucket, and I'll be like, okay, here's what it came with, and this is what I'm eating.
There's a lot in that bucket.
This is what I'm going to eat in the bucket.
Okay,
however, I'm going to hack it. I'm going to hack it afterwards. Be like, this could be made infinitely better with a little paprika. You know,
we are. I'm going to say this on the full show, but if we get there in the next month, I will insist on a cheese bucket. And I will something with cheese in it, something with cheese.
The nacho cheese.
And we will live stream it.
That is the
the
Mexican food bucket, you know, where he's talking about how he has Mexican babies and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, Jim, what are you doing?
Where Felicia has to eat Jim Baker cheese.
Oh god.
Oh no, not Jim Baker cheese.
I'm looking forward to the stroganoff because hopefully it tastes like the Hamburger Helper stroganoff, and I'm okay with that.
I'm sure that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Of course, I make that with like full cream, and
I was gonna say, don't you use like straight up sour cream in that, like in the box stuff? Like you just use sour cream, right?
Nope,
no, it's usually just
milk
like
and water.
Milk and water when you're doing it, or just water, according to the instructions.
I always loved box stuffing, though. I did always love box stuffing.
I have never liked stuffing in my entire life until I had some stovetop like box stuffing a couple of years ago, and I'm like, this shit's fucking delicious. How come I've never liked this stuff before?
I love stuffing. I love stuffing in almost every iteration that I've ever had it in, except for when they start adding apples into it, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that gets weird. No, it's bread.
It's all the Karens.
It's like bread and root vegetables and meat juice.
Yeah, you want fat, and herbs, and bread. That's it.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
How is that not good?
Yeah, that's delicious.
That's like all the best things. That's like all the best things in one place.
Fat, bread, herbs. That's all you want.
It's bread that's been chewed up for you. And since we're talking about chewed up things, let's go ahead and get into our clip that we're going to use this week.
Okay.
It's the prophetess lady, Kat Kerr. You know, the one that...
the finger lady.
No, that's Liz Crokin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kat Kerr is the one that like casts magic spells to make weather patterns change, and we're going to send up all these millibars is what they were talking about. Like, we're going to change the weather with our prayers kind of thing. And
cute.
God, she is zany as fuck. But we have somebody on SoundCloud that managed to grab... Yeah, exactly, Kyle. Some of the stuff that she has said recently, and she's fucking insane. Here we go.
We were talking about the Body Parts Warehouse earlier.
Yeah.
And
yes, Body Parts Warehouse. You did hear that correctly.
Okay, I was unsure.
Call the authorities. No, she's talking about in heaven is what she's talking about.
Right?
Yeah, just hang on.
How all that happens. You know, how do you requisition heaven to release a body part if you're praying for a friend or a family member that really needs something, you know, they need surgery, their liver, their heart, whatever part. They actually do have a Body Parts Warehouse in heaven, and several people have been there and seen it. And
I usually show up to the show, usually not drunk. She needs to do the same.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Body Parts Warehouse, where
she's thinking that like these body parts come from heaven?
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly.
So she's thinking that somebody doesn't have to die to donate a heart.
Well, sort of. I mean, she doesn't exactly go into detail here.
No, I mean, because the devil's in the details, and you can't have the devil when you're talking about heaven. I don't know.
But please, go on about this warehouse.
Go on about this.
The liver, and it has to come from a dead person.
It doesn't just fall from the fucking sky. You know?
Well, according to her.
Yeah,
but please, it gets even crazier.
It's like a warehouse, but not like what you would see here. It's very supernatural. It's an amazing building, but they actually have a protocol on how they operate, like sort of like what we hear on the earth. They actually have a huge reception. The counter that this reception is in is like the universe is in this whole counter. As you're looking down, you're seeing creation and creativity all over in the universe while you're waiting. And what happens is when someone prays in faith and asks for a body part to be sent, they say, I ask for a requisition to be given to the body parts warehouse that my friend needs a new heart or they need new eyes.
That comes from another human body.
It does, but I'm just, the way she's describing it, I'm imagining this warehouse with like the vacuum tubes, and somebody puts the prayer, rolls it up, puts it in the vacuum tube, and it pops up into the warehouse. And like,
this is like some Futurama level bureaucracy that she is idealized.
That she's describing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like some dystopian level bureaucracy to get a fucking body part, and like this person gets their form denied. No liver shows up for this person.
You didn't pray the right way, therefore you don't get your liver.
I'm sorry, you filled out the wrong prayer form.
This is clearly somebody who cannot, for whatever reason, engage in the real world, in the tragedy that is donor organs.
I'm sorry, I've got a recent requisition here. It says for a Mr. Tuttle, but your name is Mr. Buttle, so no organs for you. Let's see.
This form was not signed in the right place. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's like 80% of the job I used to have. So you didn't fill out form 30. You didn't fill out box 34A.
Yes, like, I'm sorry. Box 21A was incomplete.
You guys want to know something terrifying? Our healthcare system is so fucked that this woman has to imagine an entire bureaucratic heavenly body to offer
body part warehouse.
Yeah, like I mean, clearly she cannot engage with reality for whatever reason in her mental state. She cannot engage with reality.
Let's see what else she's.
I don't blame her.
No, I mean, can you imagine the like how it's made episode that they would make to this?
How do you make
requisition form arrives in vacuum tube 37.
I'm literally
one eyeball for Mr. Jones.
I'm praying for all new organs every week. Just a new heart, liver, kidneys. I want a new uterus. I'm sick of my period cramps. They're real bad. I want a new uterus. Like, I'm praying for it right the fuck now. How do I get that?
I'll be freaked the fuck out if a uterus drops to the ceiling right now.
Here you go.
Plop.
A uterus.
Right.
This is random.
This big. Right. This big. Like, they're just like, it's an inch. It's like, uterus. What the fuck just happened?
Whatever that requisition is, when that prayer is released, it's sent to this body parts warehouse, and they will call for an angel to come from the back of the warehouse, and they will hand them this requisition, which is the request.
Right.
That's usually what fucking requisition means.
That's how it works. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're getting it. We're getting it. Going through the process. Yeah.
Flights of angels just sitting back waiting for fucking delivery orders to come through. They hop out and they got fucking magnetic signs on their backs where they're like,
they know all the through streets. Like, they've got it figured out. It's like that's like the opening scene in Tomb Raider, the movie, where she's like doing this great bike chase. Like, it's like that. Like angels though, and body parts.
Yeah, but it's runners. It's like a low key version of the Amazon warehouse. Ooh, 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 ooh.
It's like that bike courier movie that I can't remember the name of. It's just like
Premium Rush.
Fuck? Yep, there you go. God damn, you're good. All right, here we go.
Right here.
They then take it into this other place. I haven't been in the other place, but I know they're getting it approved. It has to be stamped.
Well, they don't just let anybody into the warehouse.
Stamp it. Is it the organ that they stamp? Like,
No, it's the requisition form.
Oh, the requisition.
It's the requisition. Have you never been in a bureaucracy in a warehouse, sir?
Fair enough, Kyle.
I have worked
her
in
idealized world. Her idealized world is an intense bureaucracy. Her idealized, like, her system of where it works well and is good and beneficial is a nightmarish bureaucracy.
And I bet you anything that she is the same kind of lady where she talks about how the government's too big and it needs to be
I'm
small
sure.
enough so you can strangle it.
I'm sure. I guarantee you, every other time she goes into a store, she asks to speak to the manager.
Yep, here we go.
Or else they would stamp it for another time. The Body Parts Warehouse has been established. It's been in heaven for a very long time. And I actually was present in a meeting when the body parts were sent down from heaven. So let me go back a little bit, because when they go in that room and it's stamped approved, that angel goes to the back of the warehouse where there are thousands of bins. Like
bins! Fucking bins of body parts!
Of body parts. Bins of body parts.
Bins of kidneys. She's like, this woman is...
You know what's not a good idea to have?
I feel really bad. I feel really bad. I feel kind of bad laughing at somebody who's clearly
this fucking insane.
She is unwell.
This body
unwell. But,
this body parts warehouse has been around for such a long time, to the point before they even had the ability to do transplants.
Yeah.
Do they open up a new wing once we figure out how to do the new transplants? And it's like, okay, lady, I've worked in logistics long enough. The worst thing you want to have is inventory on hand. So them having bins of body parts just shows me that you have the least amount of idea of what needs to happen. With
how disconnected is this woman from reality, where she's just like, nope, these don't come from people. Like,
they come from prayers to heaven where angels deliver them from finding them in a bin.
Well, and we do. We have to mock these ideas because the thing is that she has a platform.
Yep, people are listening to her.
Yeah.
And
she has a platform, and people are listening, and it's terrible.
And we do it so you don't have to.
The really crazy and sad part about this warehouse is that they've got like these bins of arms and legs that are just like behind stuff, and they forgot they had them. So every time they get a request for a new arm or leg, they're just like, nope, don't have these.
It's just craziness. It's just madness. What is this woman even talking about? Like, she's so disconnected from reality. Like,
I don't know, but
I honestly think it's because she cannot handle reality. Organ donation is pretty tragic 100% of the time.
Hang on. It gets crazier.
Yeah.
Like clear see-through bins, not plastic ones.
It's clear see. What are they? Pyrex? What the fuck, lady?
Yes, it's heavenly Pyrex.
That thing sounds more terrifying to me than just a clear bin of hearts.
Just wait. Just fucking
wait. Just wait.
It's like they're sustained by nothing. They're like suspended. They're just suspended in the air, these bins. And they will go in there, and if it was for new eyes, they go collect the 2 eyes. By the way, they're alive and living. The hearts are beating. The eyes are seeing in these transparent bins that are just suspended in air. They're in an orderly manner, like you go down rows and you get whatever body parts are needed for that person. But all these parts are alive because...
Well, you know, I try to go to Costco for my body parts, but they always make me buy the 6-pack, and I don't need that many.
Well, I don't really need 6 hearts, but it's such a great deal.
The eyes are just what?
Rolling around, following you.
Are they in matched pairs? Are they individually packaged, or do you have to buy a set?
It says the eyes are seeing. That means there's a consciousness attached to them.
I think she's saying seeing. Seeing, not singing.
Seeing. It's
seeing.
The word I said. The eyes.
Seeing.
I thought you said singing. I'm like,
No.
what?
Oh,
That's weird.
singing? No, singing would be weird.
I don't know,
That would
because
be
she's
weird.
fucking weird.
Yeah, well, I would.
Singing eyeballs? That's fucking
Why
nightmare
not?
fuel right there.
Why not?
Air fuel. Holy shit, that's the fucking that's terrifying.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
and they all sound like Louis Armstrong.
Oh,
Hey
God.
there, I got some beautiful eyes for you.
I can't handle. Can't handle this.
There is life in heaven no matter where you go. And they take them, this is a wonderful part. They take them then when they've got them in, they put them in a box and gift wrap them.
They gift wrap it. They gift wrap it. Because of course they do.
I'm gonna put a little bow on this dick transplant right here. It's a dick in a box.
Chicken in the box, they would actually have
What's the
dicks.
box?
So that's what happened at the end of 7. It had nothing to do with Kevin Spacey's character. No.
This is the wrong box. It's just a dick. It's a box of dicks.
What? Yeah. Dick transplant. Like,
Yeah.
There's just dicks just wiggling. Like,
Oh my god, there would be an entire bin of dicks. Of living dicks.
like, and then some of them are like floppy, and then some are like super erect, and they're just like on the edge.
That bin would be an absolute nightmare because what happens if they all become aroused and then it's just they explode out of the bin because they're just like "Wah."
Somebody aroused dicks. Whose boobs are out today?
Oh,
Someone
no.
needs to ask Netflix if we can make this show. Can we please make this show?
This is.
Organ Warehouse 13.
I don't know what to do with my life after this.
Yeah, a good call making this one the patron show this week. Okay, I'm going to let her finish up.
Okay.
And I know people would say, that is so weird. Why would they do it? Because this is a gift from God. This is not something they could do for themselves or get themselves. This was God being moved either by the faith of the person asking or the faith of the person who desperately needs this. And
Provided
I
they
can't
fill out the right prayer
when
requisition
or
for
how.
them.
I just know this happens. And so they will get them, put them in a gift box. The angels will come down to earth and they walk through that person with these body parts. They walk through them with a gift box. And they walk through the person and come out the other side and the box is gone and the parts have been put in the body.
What
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. But what the fuck happens to the box?
I really just can't stop thinking about the dick that got out that's going.
It's just scooching across the floor.
Well, no, it's not doing this. It's doing the worm.
Visual gags, people, visual gags. Go watch this one on YouTube.
like the angel walks through them, and then like there's no box now. Like what?
Yeah. Where's the box? What
Yes.
happened to the box?
Where's the box?
What's in the box?
That's the weirdest. What? Well, your heart is magically repaired, but there's a fucking box in your chest now. I'm sorry, but you died because of the bow
Just
from the gift box that is now in your chest.
Lovely. It was really wrapped in a lovely way. It looks like a Christmas present.
Yeah.
someone just starts coughing uncontrollably. And they pull out a long fucking receipt, and it's a gift receipt.
It's like a magician trick.
All right, that's Kat Kerr for us, people. We're gonna go ahead and move on because, oh Jesus, that's just the beginning of the night for us.
Night. Yeah. Just do that all night.
We're going to be referencing this joke throughout the entire episode of number 217 this week. So,
Dicks in the box.
Dicks in a box. Float.
Bit of dicks.
They're just kind of swimming. And then like the black ones are just taking up way too much space. They're like
Yeah.
pink. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. They're too big. The And meanwhile, like, the eyeballs are just, like, watching the dicks going, this is my life.
Every couple of evenings, either the asshole box or the vagina box just finds its way over to the. Don't park those next to each other. Fuck no.
No.
The eyeballs get more and more dilated as the dicks get harder and harder.
Oh. All right, folks. Well, that's it for us on the Patron Show. We'll catch you next week with another one. See ya.